Let me begin by saying something simple but not small. Do something good today. Not big, not complicated, just good. Now you might say, Jim, that's not profound, but I say it's everything. You see, life responds to small acts, little gestures, one phone call, one kind word, one effort to improve yourself, to help someone, to take a step, however small, in the right direction. What you do today matters more than what you promise to do someday. The challenge with most people is they wait for big moments. They wait for the perfect time. They wait until they're ready. And while they wait, life moves on. But those who succeed, they don't wait. They begin. They do something good today. Now let me tell you why this matters. Because your entire future is built on what you do daily. Not occasionally, not someday, today. Let me walk you through how doing something good today leads to everything you're looking for tomorrow. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. And it all starts with one decision. Do something good today. Let's get started. Let me tell you something I learned early on in life. One small action can change everything. Not in a dramatic way at first. Not in the way that turns heads or makes headlines. But in the way that matters most. The way that starts the process of becoming better, stronger, wiser. You see, we often believe change requires a massive effort. We think we have to move mountains in a single day. But that's just not true. Success is not doing extraordinary things once in a while. It's doing ordinary things extraordinarily well every day. Let me give you a visual. You've probably seen a forest. Big, vast, hundreds, thousands of trees. But you know what? Each of those towering trees started as a seed. One small seed. If someone had tossed that seed aside and said, "This is nothing. It's too small. It won't matter," there would be no tree, no shade, no oxygen, no fruit. One small act holds the potential for a future you cannot yet see. And the beauty is you don't need to know everything. You don't need the entire blueprint. You just need to do one thing today. Most people say, when I have more time, when I feel ready, next month. Let me tell you something, if you wait until you're ready, you'll be waiting the rest of your life. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. The truth is, today is the only thing you own. Not yesterday, it's gone. Not tomorrow, it's a promise. Not a guarantee. So what can you do today? Something small. Something good. Read 5 pages of a good book. Write down your goals. Say thank you to someone. Make your bed. Choose water over soda. Smile at a stranger. Organize your desk. Forgive someone. Call your parents. These aren't big, but they're powerful because small actions send a message to yourself, a message to your future, a message to the world. And that message is, I'm becoming someone better. You see, life is not about massive leaps. It's about direction. Go 1 degree in the right direction, and over time, you'll end up in a completely different place. If a plane takes off from Los Angeles and changes its course by just 1 degree, it can end up hundreds of miles away from its original destination. That's the power of small corrections. Tiny adjustments. One small action. Minor adjustments can make major differences. You don't need a revolution in your life. You need a quiet shift in behavior. A gentle turn of the wheel. That's how you steer the ship toward your destiny. One small act today might not look like much, but done daily, it becomes a habit. And habits build your character. And character builds your future. You don't build a mansion overnight. You lay bricks, one after the other, with patience, with purpose, with consistency. Today's brick might be small, but it matters. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Let me give you a warning. This principle works both ways. Neglect also compounds. Skip your workout today, not a big deal. Eat that junk food, not a problem. Waste a few hours scrolling, who cares? But stack those days together, and you have a life going backward. Failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated every day. Just as good actions build, so do bad ones. You can't coast. You're either moving forward or falling behind. And what you do today is your vote for the kind of person you're becoming. When you choose to do something good today, you're not just getting a result. You're changing how you see yourself. You're becoming the kind of person who shows up, the kind of person who acts, the kind of person who does what needs to be done. And that, my friend, is far more powerful than the act itself. What you become is far more important than what you get. So, what can you do today? Not something grand, not something dramatic, just something good, something that matters to you, that feels right, that builds even slightly toward the future you want. Don't dismiss the small stuff, because behind every great life is a trail of tiny, consistent, almost invisible steps. And it all starts with 1. Do what you can, where you are, with what you have, and do it today. That's the magic of one small action. You may not see the change today, but someday soon, you'll look back and realize it was the moment everything started to shift. Let me begin with this idea. What you do daily is far more important than what you do occasionally. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. You see, people often chase events, the big seminar, the big opportunity, the big moment. But the secret? Success is not found in the big things. It's found in the daily disciplines, the daily goodness. Success is a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Failure is a few errors in judgment repeated every day. That's the formula. That's the truth. That's the compound effect. I want you to imagine a bucket sitting out in the rain. 1 drop doesn't make a difference. 10 drops, still barely anything. But if it keeps raining, drop by drop, that bucket will fill to the top. That's how the compounding effect works. Slow, silent, invisible at first. But over time, it becomes unmistakable. The same goes for your habits, your choices, your mindset. One kind act today, another tomorrow, a little discipline, a short workout, reading a chapter, speaking with respect, managing your emotions. They don't seem like much on their own, but put them together over time, they become your foundation, your advantage, your legacy. The things that are easy to do are also easy not to do. That's the danger, because goodness feels optional, because it's not urgent, because no one's watching. But that's exactly why it's powerful. There's a law, I call it the law of accumulation. It says everything matters, and everything adds up. You skip a workout, not a big deal, but skip it 30 times and your health suffers. You say something kind, great, but say something kind every day for a year, you change relationships. You influence hearts. That's accumulation. That's momentum. That's the power of daily goodness. It doesn't shout. It doesn't beg for attention, but it wins. It always wins, because the compound effect always catches up with you, whether you like it or not. You've heard of compound interest in the financial world. You invest a little today, you earn interest, and over time, your money multiplies. Now here's the good news. Your character works the same way. Do a good deed today, you gain interest. Choose discipline over ease, more interest. Show up for your commitments, more interest. And before long, your life starts to look different. Not because of one grand act, but because of many tiny deposits in the bank of your future. Don't just work on your job. Work harder on yourself. And how do you do that? By doing something good today, and then doing it again tomorrow. And again, you may not feel the reward right away, but it's building, quietly, compounding. Here's what most people don't realize. The compound effect doesn't just give you results. It gives you a new identity. When you do good consistently, you become the kind of person who does good. That shift in identity changes your self-respect, your confidence, your decisions, your circle of friends, your entire trajectory. You don't just act like a better person. You become one. And that, my friend, is one of the most valuable rewards life can offer. Now let me give you a warning, because compounding works both ways. Neglect compounds just as fast, maybe even faster. You ignore your health. You waste your time. You gossip. You complain. You make excuses. It all adds up. And if you're not intentional, you'll wake up years later wondering, how did I get here? But here's the good news. You can reverse the compound at any time. You can pivot. You can start new deposits today. No matter how long you've gone the wrong way, one small step in the right direction, and the compound begins again. I call it the 1% rule. Just aim to be 1% better today than you were yesterday. That's it. Read one more page. Do one more push-up. Speak one more kind word. Forgive one more mistake. Wake up 1 minute earlier. Just 1%. Now, here's the amazing part. 1% better every day for a year means you'll be 37 times better by the end. Not 37%, 37 times. That's compound growth. That's the math of mastery. That's the secret that separates the exceptional from the average. And it all starts with what you choose to do today. So here's your takeaway. What you do once doesn't define you. What you do daily does, whether it's kindness, consistency, health, learning, saving, creating, whatever it is. Do it today. Then do it again tomorrow. Let it compound. Let it grow. Let it carry you to places you never imagined. Because goodness may seem small in the moment, but given enough time, it becomes unstoppable. Let me begin with a simple, powerful truth. You are not what you say. You are what you do every day. That's worth writing down. Because most people live in a kind of illusion. They say, someday I'll be successful. They say, I want to be healthy. They say, I believe in being kind. But if their actions say otherwise, the truth is they're not becoming that person. You see, identity isn't built by intention. It's built by action. You become what you repeatedly do. It's a cycle. You act. Your actions shape your habits. Your habits shape your character. Your character shapes your future. Want a different future? Then do different things. Every day, you can't become disciplined by acting lazy. You can't become wise by avoiding books. You can't become strong by avoiding struggle. You can only become what you do. It's not what you think about occasionally. It's what you practice consistently that defines your life. Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. Let me tell you something important. Each time you follow through on a small action, you're casting a vote for the kind of person you want to become. You wake up early. You're casting a vote for becoming disciplined. You go to the gym. You're casting a vote for becoming strong. You speak kindly to someone. You're casting a vote for becoming compassionate. And over time, those votes accumulate. They build a case. They tell the brain, this is who I am now. That's how identity is formed. Not in one moment, but in thousands of tiny ones. Over and over again. Here's another truth. Taking action destroys the need for excuses. When you act, you don't have to explain. You don't have to justify. You show with your behavior that you're serious. So many people try to talk their way into greatness. They say, I really mean it this time. But their actions tell another story. The difference between winners and whiners? Winners act. Whiners wait. Don't wait. Don't talk. Do. Don't join the easy crowd. You won't grow. Go where the demands are high. Growth lives on the edge of discomfort. You want to become something more? Start doing more. Start choosing what's harder but better. You want confidence? Act confidently. You want clarity? Start moving. It comes through motion. You want momentum? Do something small, but do it now. When you feel stuck, the answer is rarely thinking more. It's usually doing more. Don't wait for motivation. Act your way into motivation. Motivation comes after action, not before it. Take the first step, then the second, then the third. Before you know it, you've built a new routine, a new identity, a new life. Take a close look at your routines. What you do every morning. what you think about during the day, what you say to others, what you listen to, what you tolerate, because your routines shape your destiny. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. If you change the system, the actions you repeat, you change the outcome. So stop waiting for a breakthrough. Start becoming the person who earns it. Brick by brick. Action by action. Vote by vote. That's how you transform. Here's something most people don't understand. Your identity compounds. Just like money. If you build honesty every day, you become trustworthy. If you show up with focus every day, you become dependable. If you push yourself daily, you become a high achiever. And you don't need to scream it. You don't need to prove it. People feel it. People see it. Because who you are is what you do. So, who are you becoming? Now pause and reflect. What are your current actions shaping you into? Are you becoming stronger, smarter, more reliable, more disciplined? Or are you becoming distracted, reactive, tired, bitter? You don't have to stay where you are. You can begin right now with one choice. That choice will become action. That action will become habit. That habit will become identity. And that identity will build your future. The ultimate value in life is not what you get. It's what you become. So here's your assignment today. Forget trying to be perfect. Forget trying to do it all. Just ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? Then look at your actions and ask, are they casting votes for that version of me? If the answer is no, change them. If the answer is yes, double down. Because what you do becomes who you are. And who you are becomes your destiny. The greatest gift you can give someone is not money. It's inspiration. It's your example. It's your kindness. We're all walking through life, busy, distracted, sometimes burdened. But what if you decided every day to leave every person you meet a little better than you found them? Not with grand speeches, not with showmanship, but with intentional goodness. A smile, a word of encouragement, a moment of patience, a listening ear. It's simple, it's free, and it changes everything. People will forget what you said. You've heard the saying, people may forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. It's true, because the way you make people feel, that becomes your legacy. And most of the time, it's not the big things. It's the small moments that leave the biggest impressions. Holding the door, calling someone by name, paying attention when you could have ignored. You may not realize it, but someone out there is carrying a heavy burden. And your kind word, your warmth, might be the thing that keeps them going. Be kind. Everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Here's something remarkable. When you light someone else's candle, your own light doesn't get smaller. It shines brighter. That's the paradox of service. The more goodness you give, the more goodness you receive. When you lift others, you rise too. You don't need to be famous to make an impact. You just need to be present and willing to help, willing to notice, willing to care. You never know how far one kind act will travel. You might touch a life that touches 100 more. That's the ripple effect. That's how you build a life of influence, not just success. Here's what I've found. If you focus on helping others grow, you'll grow too. Teach someone a lesson, you'll understand it better. Encourage a dreamer, you'll remember your own dreams. Give someone hope, you'll feel more hopeful. That's the divine exchange. The more you pour into others, the more you fill yourself. Help enough people get what they want, and you'll get everything you want. This doesn't mean you abandon your goals. It means you understand this truth. A rising tide lifts all boats. When you live generously with your time, your wisdom, your energy, you build something money can't buy, a reputation, a legacy, a spirit of greatness. So let me offer you a question you can carry with you every single day. Who can I lift today? Not, what can I get? But, who can I serve? Maybe it's the person behind you in line. Maybe it's your teammate. Maybe it's your child. Maybe it's yourself. You don't need a spotlight. You just need intention. Because when you walk through the world with that mindset to leave people better than you, found them, you become a force for good, a leader, a healer, a builder. And this world needs more of those. Some of the best things you'll ever do won't be noticed. And that's okay. Because the reward of doing good isn't recognition. It's becoming good. You grow in character. You grow in strength. You grow in peace. It takes no talent to be nice, but it takes great strength to be kind consistently, especially when life is hard. Choose kindness anyway, even when they don't thank you, even when they don't notice, because you'll notice, you'll feel it, and the person you become will thank you for it. How tall does a tree grow? As tall as it can. And so should you, not just for you, but for everyone in your shade. Too many people measure success by bank accounts and status. But I say success is who claps when you walk in the room and who smiles when you walk out. Success is the trail of better people in your path. Did you encourage the discouraged? Did you speak truth with love? Did you forgive easily? Did you see the invisible people? That's success. That's wealth of the soul. And it all starts with a simple decision. I will leave people better than I found them. Every person you meet today is a chance to lift, a chance to bless, a chance to lead. You don't need the perfect words. You just need an open heart and a willingness to act. If you can't change the world today, change one moment for one person. Because when you do that, you change everything. Let me ask you a simple question. When the sun goes down tonight, will you be proud of the way you live today? Not proud in a boastful way, not loud or flashy, but quietly, inwardly. Will you say to yourself, yes, I did my best today? That's the goal. Every single day. Not perfection, not applause, just progress. A day that matters, a day that counts. You see, life doesn't demand that we be extraordinary every single day, but it does demand that we be intentional. And if you can build one good day, you can build another, and then another. That's how you build a life. We all want to improve our lives. We dream of a better future. But the only place you can change life is in a single day. Not in 5 years. Not even tomorrow. But today. Today is your moment. It's your time to choose. Don't let the day drift away unused. Use it well. Make it count. Today, well lived, makes every yesterday a memory of joy and every tomorrow a vision of hope. That's the formula. It's not glamorous, but it's powerful. Because what is a year? 12 months of days. What is a decade? 10 years of days. So if you want a great life, focus on building a great day. Let me tell you what happens to most people. They wake up. They check their phone. They go with the flow. They react all day long. And then the day's over. They didn't build anything. They just survived it. That's not living. That's drifting. And the danger of drifting, you end up somewhere you never meant to go. So what's the answer? Design your day before it begins. Don't wait for life to hand it to you. Set your intentions. What will you focus on? Who will you help? What will you finish? Write it down. Review it. Own it. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Make your days so purposeful, so full of meaning that you go to bed with a full heart. If I followed you around for 24 hours, I'd learn everything I need to know about your future. Not because of one big thing, but the thousands of small ones. You want to change your life? Then change how you spend the next hour. Then the next. Then the next. Study a little more. Speak a little kinder. Work a little harder. Reflect a little deeper. You don't need to overhaul your life in a single day. You just need to live one day like it truly matters. Do it once, then repeat. That's how you build a rhythm. That's how you build a new identity. That's how you become someone you're proud of. The mistake most people make, They think the small things don't matter. They skip the workout. They delay the project. They forget the thank you. But those are the things that build your reputation, your confidence, your habits. The little things shape the big picture. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines.